So MK Financial Planning, Chapter 2. So someone asked me recently why I created this blog and series of short videos. Well, there were a couple of reasons, I think. One was I wanted to create an online achievement, kind of a record of achievement. I don't know, a lot of the companies I worked for in the past, you'd be given this folder that would contain your record of achievement. So if you got certificates and congratulation letters or feedback from clients, you could put it in there, and then when you went for your appraisal, you could pull it out and say, yes, I deserve a pay rise because of all of this that's happened. Well, I'm not working anymore, so nobody's giving me a folder to create. So I thought I'd create my own. And because you can get free YouTube videos created and free blogs created, I thought, well, I might as well do that. It's something that's going to be there for a while. And I've got a little bit of time and I'm having fun doing it and kind of recalling things that happened in my past that helped me design the path that got me to where I am now. I think that's quite important. And you never know, somebody might find some use of this when it comes to my funeral, and they might find something useful. Who knows? So one of the reasons was it's a personal thing. I just wanted to create something. Second reason was I wanted to. You may have come across this saying before: "Pay it forward." When you pay it forward, it means that you're taking all the good things that have happened to you and all the success you've had, and sometimes people use the word luck. I particularly think anything that's happened to me has been lucky. I haven't won the lottery, for instance. But all the things that I've got and managed to do, I want to help other people get the same. So I'm paying it forward to somebody else who might get some tidbit from the videos or my blog. In each video and blog, I am adding some key messages, and I hope that somebody will find something of benefit from that and achieve some success from it. Okay, so chapter 2. So the full details are on my blog. If you're watching this video on YouTube, I'll put a link to the blog below, and if you're watching it on my blog, then that's fine. You can just carry on and read through. Okay, so some of the short details. So I came back from New York after a year of being there as an au pair / nanny. I don't think the nannying part of it was the greatest part of it, but the overall meeting people that I would never have met at all in any type of lifetime that I would have had before my time in New York. It was just an incredible experience, and for anybody who is 18 to 23, 24, I think 25 was the maximum age, definitely do it. Take a year out and just do something else, something very different. Now you imagine I was surrounded by go-getting people. I was told you can do anything you want to do. So when I came back from America, this is how I was feeling. I was hyped up. I was ready to start my new career in finance. Unfortunately, what I didn't realize was the UK was in the depths of a gripping recession, and I couldn't get a job. I ran out of money that I'd managed to save whilst I was in America, and I was basically unemployed for several months. And although I wouldn't say I was depressed, when you're up here and you're quickly taken down to this level, there's a big bang feeling, and it's not like a long-term, your mindset's dwindling over a long period of time. I was here and then I was here. That's never going to be good for anybody. but I knew I needed to make, I needed to kind of break out of it. So I made a plan B to get me to plan A. Plan A was getting into finance, get, maybe a bank role as a financial advisor, that type of thing. So plan B had to get me from being unemployed and in that state where I was kind of okay being unemployed. I'd wake up 10 or 11 o'clock and go to bed whenever I wanted to. I could sleep in the afternoon if I felt too tired. And that's not good for anybody. So back then there was a unique scheme the government set up. They pay you your unemployment benefits, which was about £30 a week, maybe. It might even been a bit less than that. They pay you an extra £10 to work and train in a full-time job. I'd always been interested in cars, so I got a position, a training scheme type thing in a car garage as a training mechanic, which I really enjoyed doing, although it was bitterly cold. The doors to the garage were open to the elements. There was a perspex, or probably perspex roof. A little part of it was perspex, the corrugated perspex, or plastic, not perspex. But the rest of it was probably corrugated roof, but made of, what's that material that's harmful to you? Can't quite remember, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. Asbestos. Yeah, it's probably not the best. It's a good job the doors were open, otherwise I think I'd be dying of asbestosis or something. So I got that job, really enjoyed it, but I kind of knew that it wasn't really going to go anywhere. I didn't think the garage were going to keep me on. I think it was a 6-month trainee scheme. I didn't think that they would keep me on as a proper trainee mechanic, and because it was so cold, I don't think I could have. In my mind, I couldn't stomach it. It was, freezing cold. I'm not good with the cold. So it was time to put plan A into force. And I saw lots of job ads for financial advisors, trainee financial advisors. So I applied for some of them. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I got a job. It was a self-employed position, but I was only earning £40 a week anyway. So I thought, well, it's a no-brainer. It's something I've got to try. So I got the job, worked there for a year, and then that was basically my springboard to getting me into a bank. And I'll talk about that in chapter 3. But what was some of the things I wanted to talk about? Yeah, well, anyway, working for the financial advice company, I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot of key skills, and I was really good at being a financial advisor. Was never that great at maths in school, so it was a little bit surprising, I suppose, that I was good at financial advice. But financial advice is also about delving into things and researching things, and although I didn't know it before that, I enjoyed doing it, so that was really good. So to end this video, it's a little bit longer than I thought it would go on for, but I wanted to give you a moral of this story in this video, and this might be where I might help somebody. So in life, it's all about the choices and decisions we make. So when I came back from America and I was unemployed, my choice and my decision could have been to remain that way until magically something else changed to snap me out of that. But I've made a choice, and I'm so glad I did, and a decision that my friends thought I was crazy, that I would work full-time and train for £40 a week. They were earning a couple of £100 a week or something, probably, or maybe even more. But it wasn't about the money, it was about my mindset and changing direction. And they didn't get it. I don't know why they didn't get it. Maybe it's because they weren't in the same kind of situation. So the first thing, first moral of my story is the choices and decisions you make can take you where you want to go. The second thing, which I think hopefully is kind of clear from my messaging, is that the pathway that you want, or that you're going to put in place. So I came back from America. I want to be a financial advisor, but it didn't work that way. I had to do something else to get me there. So the pathway isn't always a straight line. Some people say the pathway isn't always linear, so it's not going to be like that. It might take you this way, and you might have to go that way to get back on track. It's a bit like it when you're in an aeroplane. The wind, or something, the wind probably might take the plane off course slightly, and even if it's only 1/10 of a degree, if you're going to New York, you might end up in Boston, which is further north. So the pilot and the autopilot have to autocorrect or correct all the time constantly, otherwise they won't end up where they're going to be. And sometimes that's what we need to do. So pathway isn't always a straight line. So that's the second moral of my story. So I hope you enjoyed this. Leave any comments if you're able to, and reach out to me if you want to. Thank you.